Herzlich willkommen, meine Lieben, zu einer neuen Folge von Avowed. Ich freue mich sehr, dass ihr eingeschaltet habt und wünsche euch jetzt gute Unterhaltung und viel Spaß. So, wie versprochen, geht es jetzt an die Hauptkampagne, oder wir spielen mehr oder weniger jetzt weiter. Die Beseelungsmethode, wir müssen nach Fior mes Ivérno reisen, was sich hier befindet. Also ich nehme an, ein ähnlicher Stadtbezirk, wahrscheinlich ähnlich wie von Dämmerküste, wo es höchstwahrscheinlich wieder reichlich Nebenquests zu absolvieren gilt. Und wir werden auch soweit alle mal annehmen, die wir annehmen können. Ja, und dann haben wir doch noch einiges hier zu erkunden. Eieiei. Richtig cool. Urwald, okay. Ich wünsche euch ganz viel Spaß, meine Lieben, und wir starten. Moment, habe ich irgendwas noch verändert? Ich glaube nicht. Bevor ich irgendwas euch vorenthalte. Ne, die Wumme kennt ihr. Und das Schild, das haben wir auch gefunden. Allerdings... Ja, das ist noch ein bisschen so am Testen. Weil beim Schild ist es so, dass einmal unsere... dass einmal unsere Gesundheit sozusagen sich bis zu 30% unseres Maximums regeneriert bei Tageslicht und bei Mondlicht, die Essenz. Aber wir haben ja eigentlich nicht einen aktiven Tag- und Nachtwechsel. Also zumindest habe ich das bis jetzt nicht beobachten können. Oder ich habe immer frühzeitig ausgeloggt. Wir werden sehen. Auf jeden Fall ist das soweit ganz gut. Wir bleiben bei unserer Einhandwaffe. Einhandwaffe, dem letzten Tageslicht, weil der Flammenschaden, den wir zumindest immerhin mit 10% verursachen, ganz hilfreich ist. Und abseits des Bogens ist natürlich diese Wumme mega. Ihr habt es gesehen im letzten Video, dass wir, wenn wir kritisch treffen, über 1000 Schaden machen. Richtig gut. Ne, nach wie vor richtig cooles Spiel, macht echt Spaß. Kampfsystem finde ich super. Und ich bin sehr gespannt, was uns erwartet. Und ja, habt Spaß. Wir werden natürlich nicht jede Nebenquest jetzt irgendwo hier per Video... hier ist ein Händler, okay. Per Video realisieren. Ich werde das dann nebenbei machen, ähnlich wie auch bei Dämmerküste. Und sollte es wirklich bedeutsame Kopfgelder geben, mit besonderen Bossen, dann kann man da schon mal das ein oder andere Video machen. Auf jeden Fall habe ich gesehen, dass wir selbst jetzt in Dämmerküste, was ist das? Oh, Granate, wichtig. Umzugsbenachrichtigung. Wollte ich sagen, wir haben in Dämmerküste nämlich auch noch Quests offen. 2 Nebenquests. Einmal ist es ja das Totem vervollständigen, da fehlen uns noch 2 Fragmente. Und dann haben wir noch so eine Nebenquest und das werde ich allmählich irgendwie mal machen, so wenn ich mal Lust habe. Ich denke, wir haben hier so viel Inhalt bei dem Spiel, dass es euch mit Sicherheit nicht langweilig werden wird.
The Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. Captain Alfir of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. Fair enough, envoy. Talk to the man all you'd like. When diplomacy fails, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Okay.
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence.
Giata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion. Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms. Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. You must be unfamiliar with animancy. There's always collateral damage. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giata Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior mes Ivérno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giata is an outcast. Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior mes Ivérno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west, by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroll.
Ist das womöglich unsere dritte Gefährtin? Das wäre ja richtig cool. Wo soll die sein? Ach so, da ist sie ja gar nicht. Wie laufe ich denn da rein?
Ado, welcome to the Flagstaff, amigo.
As I had planned.
What did you...
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior mes Ivérno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
I wish I could take credit for Giata's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The dream scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. Straight to business then. I can respect that. When it comes to the dream scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Glad to hear it. Your education should come in handy. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fior. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter.
Ich glaube, das wird keine Gefährtin
next
von
time we go
uns.
shopping.
Aber wir bekommen viele Quests von ihr. Oh,
Imperial envoy, research
und viel Essen.
assistant. Who knew?
Hallo? So. Okay, also wir müssen nach A, nach B, nach C. Berate dich mit Monto, berate dich mit Elia und berate dich mit Yvette und Remy. Gucken wir mal, wo wir die finden. Okay, einmal da. Das Mono. Okay, das andere war außerhalb. Oh, hier gibt es ganz viele Quests wieder. Das könnten auch Kopfgelder sein. Okay, dann gehen wir erstmal hier hin.
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the pub.
We're already gone. Really? Ado, when did that happen? As I remember.
Wow.
You, my friend.
Das sieht ja mal geil aus. Hammer. Oh, Knöpfe. Oh, da fehlt was. Ah ja. So, das ist er, oder? Monto? Ja.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop. Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked. Ha! A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source. Grimoires can hold intense power, but not for long. Besides, grimoires require a wizard to draw in essence. It's too dangerous at this scale. Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgan in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delamgan queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards. Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
If you can convince her to hand it over, I'll be more
dann
than
werden wir
impressed.
erstmal mit Elia sprechen.
You ever think, what if I was?
Elias. Wie Wiedergängerhof. Okay, und hierhin. Okay, wunderbar. Nochmal können wir Schnellreise auch machen. Ah ja, Leuchtfeuer an den Docks. Mal schneller.
Did you hear that
die beiden
Giada was
sind es.
sent into
Okay.
exile? Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giada must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giada needs to finish her research. Deal?
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
Keine Ahnung. Hätten wir da vielleicht mehr reden müssen?
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us? So, you believe we need your help. Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone? Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Precisely. A godlike and a scholar, too. Incredible.
Indeed. Just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge.
Not that we'd ever be interested in such research, of course. How droll. Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ugh, I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Those are no ordinary farmhands.
A godlike in Emerald Stair. Well, well, maybe our luck's improving. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day. Try and use their names, if you don't mind. It builds their confidence. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Oh, and what do you use for fertilizer? Other corpses?
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple. What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong. Giada Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. But I have a few theories. but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? He's a bigger fool than I thought. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. Silvo is one of my Revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put a poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a Revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has come. Thank you for understanding. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a Revenant then.
Okay.
She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Dass so ein guter Junge ist. So, Fenster offen, hat sie gesagt. Nö. Kommen wir wieder hoch. Wir müssen auf die Felskuppe. Irgendwie. Oder? Nee. Nicht. Können wir da so auch hin? Was ist denn hier? Oh. Ein Schätzchen. Sehr schön. Was haben wir hier? Ah, okay. Ah, jetzt kommen wir von hinten. Auch gut. Da ist das Fenster. They come. Oh, das war kurz und schmerzlos, hoffe ich.
That's all of them.
So. Gibt's hier noch irgendwas Besonderes? Da kommen wir gar nicht. Da kommen wir schon hoch. Nö, gibt's nichts. Ich wollte mir, vorher haben wir doch was anderes gefunden. Das wollte ich mir kurz mal angucken. Was das war. Ach so, nee, das ist genau. Das ist noch von der Nebenquest aus Dämmerküste.
I saw you reach into Beatrice. Find anything interesting? Poor Silvo. He was a bright young Revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the dream scourge, they have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. Quite right. A broken clock is right twice a day, after all. Adra is a conduit for essence. So maybe you'll find a connection between the essence and the dream scourge. Like the rings of a tree. A very old Adra pillar could remember its last brush with the dream scourge. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping
berge ein
entirely too well lately.
Adraganherz.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
1000, okay, wo müssen wir hin? Okay, mal eben komplett durch die ganze Karte. Okay, dann gehen wir über das Leuchtfeuer an der Hochwaldstraße. Okay. Da haben wir Gegner.
Go! Let's go!
Upsi! Falsche Taste. Was war denn das gerade? Mist!
Appreciate it. I was just getting warmed up.
Ich sag so.
Ich glaube, wir sollten irgendwann mal ein bisschen mehr Punkte in unsere Heilungsfähigkeiten geben. Oder auch Essenz.
Leave something alone long enough, living lands will take it back.
Oh, no, you don't.
One for you! Hey! Over here! To the right! On your right! Nothing there! Quit moving!
Gotcha. Das nicht. Oh, keine Ausdauer mehr. Oh, keiner Sins mehr.
This is it for me.
To your left! Next one's mine. Let's see what you got.
I owe you one. Nice job,
Ja,
everyone.
merkt man schon, der Damage ist langsam nicht mehr so gut. Oh. Oh, Falle. Wieder. Hier noch was. Okay, dann machen wir mal da rein.
Yeah.
Eine andere Waffe? Sollten wir eine andere Waffe nehmen? Schauen wir mal. Nehmen wir mal den Zweihänder. Wieder irgendwie rüber. Oh! Gott, hat's mich jetzt gerissen. Alter Schwede. Entschuldigung. Das war ja gar kein Gegner. Okay, Zweihänder macht zwar Damage, aber irgendwie ist mir der zu langsam. Bleibe ich doch lieber bei Schild und Schwert. Bleibe ich lieber bei dem hier. Ja, bei... Ah nee, das andere habe ich ja gar nicht mehr. Oder 2 Einhandwaffen. Aber den müsste ich erst upgraden. Nee. Machen wir mal so. So, wie kommen wir denn da jetzt hin? Oh, cool. Komm, neue Waffe. Komm schon. Ah. Also, Moment mal. Wo muss ich denn hin? Wir sind von oben gekommen, oder? Ja, sind von oben gekommen. Kommen wir darüber? Schaut wie ein Weg aus. Bin gerade ein bisschen überfragt. Stimmt die Richtung? Nee, die Richtung ist falsch. Moment, da haben wir... Jetzt haben wir irgendeinen Schmarrn gemacht. Wo kommen wir denn da rüber? Müssen wir über die Brücke vielleicht rüber gehen? Glaube ich, ist richtig. Ja. Ja. Ach so. Okay, aber warum zeigt der mir den Pfeil da an? Das verstehe ich nicht. Wir haben doch die ausgewählt hier. Wo will der mich denn... Ach Gott, ach Gott. Okay, jetzt weiß ich auch Bescheid. Nee, wir wollen... hier hin.
Maybe we don't go inside the ancient creepy tower. Just a thought? The trail goes through the ravine and into the glade. Careful where you step.
One Shot. Der war doch gut. Der war auch gut. So. Jetzt werden die lang ist immer aufmerksam.
Ja.
Ich würde mich mal beachten. Das wäre gar nicht schlecht. Ah, Bea! Hey, was war denn das?
Coming from your right.
Hallo, lauf mal zu hier.
Come and get me!
Gegen die
Good fight.
müssen wir deutlich mehr Damage machen. So, 160 Meter noch.
Are those roots tearing the bridge apart or holding it together?
Nochmal so einer. Mann. Fast kein Damage. Nix. Ein Viertel. Nein.
Hey! Over here! Stay.
Mann, ey, was drück ich denn hier immer? Herrschaftszeit.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
He's also...
It's like nature shaping these ruins into something. Like a shrine, but... for who?
Scheiße.
Take your best shot. I don't see it. Give me a target. Hold it. What am I hitting? You sure?
Nee.
Don't see anything.
Ah, die sind tough, die Jungs.
Watch your back. Try again. Where am I looking? Quit moving. Watch over here. Lead him in. Unhook. Look left. Let's see what you got.
Ich sag so.
So. Bisschen weit weg. Müssen wir ganz woanders hin. Wenn wir da außen rumgehen, schauen wir mal. Das heißt, ihr habt keine Essenz mehr. Oh, voll daneben. Gibt's ja nicht. Oh, kein Bock jetzt auf noch mehr Kämpfe. Wir müssen da mal hinkommen.
You may approach me, godlike.
Uh-oh.
Ah, a welcome visitor. It has been so long since one of your kind has walked in this grove. We are both of this land, so we both speak the language of this land. But why have you come here? A curious thing for Kith to want. Even one as special as you. It belonged to one who tended this grove for longer than I have been here. Sickness changed them, as it has recently changed so many creatures in these woods. It no longer recognized us as their kin. We had to stop them before their madness damaged the land. When we become enemies of the land, it goes against our nature. We had no choice. But it is over now. All that remains is their heart. Our kind has no need for such remembrances. It would cause us no pain to part with it.
Perfekt.
But wait. No.
Was?
No. So many dead. So many of my kin are dead by your hand.
Ja, das war wohl ein Fehler. Wurde uns ja auch gesagt. Habe ich nicht drauf geachtet. Nun denn, das kann ich erklären.
The time for words has passed.
Mist. Oh oh.
Arms up! This one's mine.
Ah, was war ich? Aua, sah das schon aus?
What? Where? Try again. I don't see it.
Ja. Keine Essenz mehr. Das ist schlecht. Schlecht. Hallo, Kuh.
You sure? Come and get me! Behind you! On to your left!
Oh, ich habe keine Essenz mehr. Schlecht. Oh, da ist eine Kiste. Wo ist sie?
Left!
Wo bist du?
What you got? Left leg!
Ja, die schaffen wir schon.
Back in the fight!
Ah! Mann, hey, das ist ja echt ätzend hier. Ah, du bist schon tot? Mann. Was sind die denn? Ah, okay.
Coming from the right! Hey! Over here!
ist denn das hier? Haben wir es geschafft. Alter Schwede. Okay, wir brauchen deutlich mehr Essenz. Und wir brauchen höchstwahrscheinlich als Zweihandbewaffnung unbedingt Magie. Ring. Minus 3% erlittener Schaden. Naja. Vielleicht nehmen wir da anstelle von der Geschicklichkeit, Parcoursgeschwindigkeit ist, glaube ich, jetzt nicht so wichtig. Nehmen wir mal... das ist natürlich auch nicht schlecht. Essenz langsam wiederherstellen. Deine Tränke entfernen alle Akkumulationen. Das ist natürlich auch nicht schlecht. Kritische Trefferchance erhöht. Moment, aber das war aber ein Ring. Ich nehme jetzt den. Und als ja, das machen wir jetzt mal nicht. Da gehen wir jetzt auf den Malerpinsel. So. So, können wir mal gucken, was in der Truhe drin ist. Komm, eine Waffe, bitte. Gelandete Wildhaine. Machen wir mal. Resistenz gegen Gift. Okay, das ist mit Sicherheit sinnvoll. Aber erstmal nicht. So, haben wir noch was? Ja, da müssen wir hoch. Dann holen wir uns das Herz. Sonst was, glaube ich, nichts mehr, oder? Schön. Okay, platziere das Herz im Beseelungsgerät. Machen wir. Du kannst keine Schnellreise aus deinem aktuellen Gebiet durchführen. Warum nicht? So geht es nicht? Achso, es zeigt einem. Wahrscheinlich, weil wir vielleicht noch im Kampf sind. Kommen wir hier hoch? Oh ja, sehr gut. Ja. Haben wir hier noch was vergessen? Oh ja, da leuchtet was. Egal. Was ist das? Nix. So, geht's. Nee, jetzt geht's immer noch nicht.
Ja.
So, jetzt geht's aber. Hier waren noch Pflanzen.
Ja.
Oh, da ist noch eine Kiste. Oh, warte mal, wo war das? Guck mal, die Granate. Ui. Ein neuer, zwei Ender. Okay, jetzt aber. Mein Gott, die Folgen werden immer länger. Ist ja schlimm hier. Kriegt das gar nicht hin. Kurze Folgen. Es geht bei dem Spiel nicht. So, mal kurz gucken. 135, wow. Ja, aufheben. Auf jeden Fall aufheben.
And I really loved him, you know. Deep down.
Ado,
Ever talk to him? No, I mean, go.
So, rein damit. Yes. Sehr schön. Sprich mit Monto.
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful. And a more than capable companion for poor Giada. With any luck, I can tell you a great deal. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver. No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood. All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum. Chrysalis.
The spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Hello? You still with me? In that case, let's stop it before I do any lasting damage. Hey, let's go over your results. Your soul is like a piece of sea glass. All the edges are smoothed down. Quite beautiful, really. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold. Not to besmirch a colleague, but watchers aren't the most reliable sources. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting. That would be closer to Giata's area of expertise. I'm sure she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giata's theory of the dream scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land, diverted, like the flow of a river. Exactly. And if I know essence, it can't have gone too far. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giata my fondest regards.
Keep looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
I hope you aren't afraid of lightning. Where there's animancy, there's bound to be lightning. Good timing. I'm about ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest? That's the fun part of metaphysics. Everything is strange, but nothing is new. Look at us. Barely even started, and already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus. Exactly. There are many ways of going about it, but my mother's invention will get us quick results. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I'm sure everything's fine. It's just a spooky death basement.
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
So, meine Lieben, das, was auch immer uns dort unten im Keller erwartet, oder auch nicht erwartet, wir werden das in der nächsten Folge machen. Und wenn ihr dann wieder einschaltet, freue ich mich, dass wir diese spannende Geschichte weiterverfolgen können. So, demnach, danke fürs Zusehen. Mir hat es Spaß gemacht, ich hoffe euch auch. Und bis zur nächsten Folge. Macht's gut.